Hello, I'm Bethany Travis.
And I'm Jeremy Jacob. Welcome to TMN Television on Thursday, November 9th.
Tonight, we see what brought a senatorial candidate to Truman.
Also, stay tuned for the Truman Sports Update. These stories and more tonight on TMN Television. You don't want to miss this. Truman State University's Faculty Senate discussed updating the proposal for improving the Truman's Liberal Studies program in a special meeting November 2nd. The original proposal was created to make Truman distinctive, outlining a program where students have to choose from courses one of four modes of inquiry called Worlds, as well as adding freshman seminars. The new proposal changes the Worlds into Perspectives and removes one of the seminars. The meeting was open for all faculty and students to share their thoughts on the changes. Director of Interdisciplinary Studies, Bridget Thomas, says the curriculum is modeled after private universities that have similar goals to Truman. The Student Senate is currently working on a resolution that suggests combining the two proposals rather than deciding between them. This would create a more solid framework for the LSP. The final decision will be made November 16th.
Republican U.S. Senate candidate Austin Peterson visited Truman yesterday in the Student Union building down under, where he discussed his Senate race and his stance on issues like abortion, taxes, healthcare, and discrimination in America. Peterson is from Peculiar, Missouri, and went to Missouri State University, graduating with a degree in fine arts. He went on to create a career for himself in New York City as a producer for Fox News, as well as working on other media platforms. He then moved on to Washington, D.C., and now resides in Kansas City, Missouri. Peterson appeared as a Libertarian candidate in the 2016 U.S. presidential race, coming in second to Governor Gary Johnson. According to Peterson's official campaign site, his main priorities are repealing Obamacare, establishing a flat tax, creating jobs, and reducing federal spending. Peterson contacted the college Republicans and asked if they would be interested in hearing him speak. Outreach coordinator for the College Republicans, Isaac Hampton, says the organization thought it would be a good idea to bring Peterson to campus so students would have a chance to hear his platform and speak with him on a personal level.
It's important for students especially to feel that they can talk to their congressman. He's not a congressman right now, nor do we, the College Republicans, kind of like support Austin Peterson. We just thought it'd be a good idea, since he is running, to allow people here on campus to talk to him.
The city of Kirksville plans to construct a new water tower in the Petrolia Park area next year. This addition to the 4 current water towers and 1 ground storage unit will increase water storage as the city's commercial development expands. The water towers and storage unit provide the city with about 4 million gallons of water after a recent inspection of the water towers. It has also been decided by the City Council to replace the smallest and oldest tower in downtown Kirksville. The towers are inspected once every 5 years.
Next, stay tuned for the Truman Sports Update.
But before that, let's look at this week's forecast.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
After qualifying for the NCAA tournament for the first time in 11 seasons, the men's basketball team is looking to replicate that success this season. The Bulldogs play their first 2 games this upcoming weekend in St. Louis against Trevecca Nazarene on Saturday and Cedarville University on Sunday. Head coach Chris Foster says the team will have to return to the winning mentality that led to 4 straight 20-win seasons, even though much of the team's experience will not be returning. 5 senior players graduated, 3 of them being some of the team's top scorers. While Foster does expect experienced players like junior Jake Velke, junior Nathan Messer, and redshirt senior Zach Fisher to lead, he says he also expects the players with little experience to acclimate to the system and to a balanced scoring attack like the team had last season.
The way we play with motion and a few of the things we do defensively, it takes a little time to kind of find your way. And so that year really helps those guys do that. They get to play with older, more experienced guys, and they can kind of emulate what they're doing to help them, you know, have success with how we play and the way we do things.
On the other hand, the women's basketball team will welcome almost everyone back, including 4 members of last year's starting lineup, as they open the season at home this Saturday against Missouri Valley College. Returning starters, redshirt junior guard Brooke Bailey, sophomore guard Sloan Tata, junior forward Rachel Edmondson, and senior forward Ashley Hartwig are all expected to have big roles for the team. Edmondson is a reigning second-team All-GLVC member, while Tata was named to the conference All-Freshman team. The Bulldogs' previous season ended in extraordinary fashion as they lost to Maryville University by 1 basket in the conference tournament. The game featured 3 buzzer beaters, 11 ties, and 17 lead changes. They will look to advance farther this season.
In its second home game of the season against Southwest Baptist University, the Truman State football team came out victorious last Saturday, 28-12, after losing by 4 points in their previous matchup. Both games, the Bulldogs led the Bearcats going into the fourth quarter, but this past game, they were able to maintain that lead. This time, the Bearcats' star running back Larry Nixon was kept at bay, only rushing for 50 of the team's 112 total rushing yards. Nixon rushed for 92 of the 212 total yards in the first game. The Bulldogs have now won 3 straight games, outscoring opponents 83-33. The team now hopes to take that play into its final regular season game this Saturday afternoon against McKendree University. McKendree prevented the Bulldogs from winning the conference championship outright in the final game last season.
The women's swim team has now won back-to-back matchups, while the men have lost 4 straight after the team's meeting with William Jewell College Saturday. The Bulldog swimmers competed in William Jewell's short course meter pool instead of their own short course yard pool. Truman's 25-yard pool is the standard size for the NCAA rather than William Jewell's larger 25-meter pool. Because of this, the Bulldogs had to swim longer lengths, and interim head coach Jared Simic says the extra 2.5 yards might have affected their performance. He says this may explain why the men lost some of their races by tenths of a second. Pool conditions aside, the men have won 3 individual events and 1 relay, while the women won 9 individual events and 2 relays. Truman now looks forward to the Northwestern Tier Invite next weekend in Evanston, Illinois. This has been your Truman Sports Update.
Stay tuned after the break.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to KTRM and pick up a copy of the Index. Check our news content on tmn.truman.edu and be sure to check out our variety show segments. You can also follow TMN on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for breaking news updates. And if you missed part of our broadcast tonight, check out TMN TV on YouTube.
If you've ever thought about being on TV, be sure to head on over to tmn.truman.edu/apply to fill out an application today. From all of us at TMN, thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.